So, welcome back. I'm Mel.
Welcome back. It's your boy, Nightman.
And make sure you like,
comment,
share, and subscribe to the channel. And yes, make sure you got that notification bell clicked so you are notified when the latest video has dropped.
Absolutely.
Now,
get us in this algorithm and help us get this out to more weebs like us.
Like us and you. So,
no, just us. No.
So we are discussing a couple of topics today. We will be going through Ace of a Diamond Act Season 2. Finally got revealed and it's dropping 2026. We also going to be, talking about something that's, special to me personally. I'm a huge Persona fan. So we got some Persona news coming up. We got some other anime we're going to be discussing as well. So let's get into the news.
So, Ace of Diamonds haven't been out in quite a while. Have you ever watched it?
No, I have not watched the show.
So I haven't watched it either, but I know that a lot of fans of this series are happy that it finally got announced and it's coming back in 2022.
Yes, I'm looking at the news on the screen, right? It said, August 15, and it ran to October 2022, so it was relatively long. That's just the magazine itself, though. But the anime looked like it ran from October 2013 to March 2016, and it's a total of 126 episodes. And then it came back out again, and it aired from 19 to 20, which is 52. So it's a relatively long show. So, yeah, it's one of the animes we was talking about in the previous episodes that back in the day, they used to drop hundreds of episodes, and we like, man, we really used to be there for that.
He ain't lying.
And nowadays, we like 12 episodes more than enough. That's all you get. And that's more than enough. So let's see how the new fans look into this anime and see how they respond to it.
Yeah, I think that sports anime just hits different. And when you get a good sports anime and you like, yeah, I need more seasons. But I think that's with anything. If it's good, you want more seasons right then and there. Like Solo Leveling, everybody wants more seasons all the time. But the unfortunate reality is it takes time to make these things and everything has to be bigger and better than the last one. And that takes production and money and cost and all those things into account. So that's why sometimes it takes a while for these things to come out. But hey, another sports anime is getting highlighted and getting brought back. You guys let us know. Will you be checking this out? Have you seen the last season?
And we go to the next set of news. So the next set we're talking about, does it count if you lose your virginity to an android? Now, that's a very particular title. So have you heard anything about this anime? Which is scheduled for 2026, by the way.
No, I haven't heard anything. What's it say?
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So I'm just reading through it. It's based on a manga that's getting an anime adaptation. Right now they're just showing a key visual of it, and it's two chicks, right? And that's about it. I know a lot of people, like I said, very particular when it comes to certain shows or comics they read in, and they would come in the comment section. Like I said, you TikTok guys get to see it live when we get to react to it. And they come in and let us know, like, hey, this show gonna be a hit, and they be, pretty excited to say the least. And this particular comic been going on since July of 2021. So I think people probably be pretty excited for it. So basically it's saying beautiful, brainy Sura Akane is indispensable at the robotics manufacturer where she works. But her colleagues never saw her private side. At home, Akane, hot mess with an apartment that looks more like a landfill than a living space. When she's drunkenly ordered a maid to help her tidy up. So now you can't see where this is going. The lady android who arrives is a horny hottie who's about to give Akane more service than she bargained for. So,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So it's a maid and
so make a long story short, the main protagonist of the story, Akane, is a slum. She worked for a manufacturing company, but people think she's an extremely nice, quiet person. But when she go home, she's kind of a slob. So while in her private life, she decided to order an android that's going to be like a maid, a private maid that's going to clean up. But little does she know that the maid, aka the android, going to try to have a thing to her, or try to come on to her.
Oh, this one of them etchy animes.
So yeah, so that's basically what it's saying. So gonna try to come on to her, and they're gonna have some. I don't know, is it yaoi or it's yuri? Because remember Yuri on Ice, and it kind of tricked me to what it was. So in Japanese, yaoi means guy on guy, Yuri means girl on girl. So this is a Yuri type of anime.
Oh, well, this is some please put it on to Kami side type stuff.
This is, I don't know, they're getting a little crazy with it, man. But
this isn't for me. I probably will not be watching this.
But that's why I start reading. I'm like, okay, then you see the pictures and stuff like that, and it's kind of being not too explicit, but kind of hidden to what's going on. It's
hinting at what's happening here.
Yeah, so that's what it's about. Not my cup of tea, but hey, people have different tastes. Now, let's get to the next episode or the next set of news. So, Chopper leaves in the modern world through a new One Piece project. So, I saw Chopper, and I'm like, I recognize this character. Even though I don't watch One Piece like that, but I recognize this character.
A lot of the characters are pretty famous and recognizable, so I've never watched One Piece, but I thought it'd be pretty interesting on this one.
What is this? Huh? This is whack! I can't get jiggy with this shit!
So, a little nugget. So, this when One Piece first came out back in the 90s, right? And this was the all-time high of One Piece and Dragon Ball and all that stuff at that time. I used to tell one of my good buddy of mine that Yuffie will put the paws on Goku back in the day, because I actually used to like One Piece a lot growing up. And then I fell off and I never came back.
Huh?
But
so you at least tried to watch it.
Yeah, I actually got like 80 episodes in. So I was like, don't see, people be like, oh, you need to go watch some 1,000 episodes. It's not happening now. But back in the day, I actually tried watching it. And I actually used to like it. I used to like it a lot back then.
What made you fall off?
Because
this is news.
Yeah, some, a little nugget. But yeah, I used to watch it. But as you got older, certain shows, you just never, life took apart. You start doing stuff, going outside, doing things. You start being a teenager, and I never came back to it. It just never fell And once I fell off and I kept going, like, it's not like the show stopped and I can just watch it all nonstop. It just kept going. I'm like, once I'm behind, and I saw that big catalog. I said, yep, it's not happening. I'm not going back. It is what it is. But let's go ahead and get into this project though. But yeah, so he getting his own little side show. And they give him,
he must be popular enough for people to be concerned about his backstory and what he has going on.
So one thing I'm thinking about who he remind me of is the teddy bear from Bleach. You know what I'm talking about? Cone.
I don't. I'm not getting that.
You're not getting that, but
I'm not getting.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I watched that stupid teddy bear.
You had a whole episode dedicated towards him.
Yeah, boring, snooze fest.
But I don't watch One Piece. He don't watch One Piece. So you guys, you can give us more information regarding this particular project and just, give us some insight of why people might be excited for this one. And last but not least, we mentioned this in the beginning of the episode. We talk about Persona 5 Phantom X. Now, kind of find out, I thought Japan had, I actually know about this. Japan, I thought they actually had a head start regarding this anime, this anime slash game, and I thought it was actually coming to the West later. Kind of find out it's coming to the East and the West at the same time. The only thing I don't like, it's not coming to PlayStation.
It's not coming to PlayStation. What's it coming to?
Coming to Android, iOS, and Steam. So it's like a side story to Persona 5. Now, if you have not been part of this channel or watched what's been going on, I'm a huge Persona 5 fan. Now, Persona 4, cool. Persona 3, I tried to get into it. I just didn't like the system and how it was set up and the story and how you go into dungeons. Like Persona 5, it's kind of hard to go from 5 to 3 and not the opposite order from 3 to 5. Because you go from 3 to 5, you like, this is the best thing ever. But if you go in reverse, you like...
Yeah, because they introduce a lot of new mechanics and things like that, and you go in the reverse to where, But is it Persona? Don't they commit suicide in there?
It depends on the Persona, right? Because Persona 4 is the one that you do like this. Persona 4, no.
I just remember
that's Persona
on G4 TV
that's the Persona,
back in the day
that's
where
Persona
they would
3.
Review games, and they were like, yeah, if you like suicide, well, if you like what's cool,
So Persona 3 is the one that took off the franchise, right? And Persona 3, they can't say suicide because I'm not trying to get triggered. I'm saying one time and leave it at that. You can't do this emote, right? But that's how the emote is in the game. So every time you do an attack, they do that emote. But in Persona 5, it's different. They have like a mask, so they just rip their mask off. So they do some type of emote that's related to their particular persona. But Persona is like a huge investment into a game because the platinum Persona is going to take you 300 hours. Like it's a lot of doubt. It's a lot of information into it. That's why people really love it because they can just jump into it and get lost in the whole story. So I platinum Persona 5 Royal, so I know how much I still have the game even though I don't play. Cause I really enjoy the story, the music, the dungeons. Like they have every dungeon. And every dungeon boss is catered to like the music, the setting. One is like one is in the desert, one is in like cloud, like space. Like it's all different dungeons, and it's all catered to that particular environment. And it's such a great game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really enjoy the communication. Like you have different friend groups, and you gotta level up all your friends and their trees and stuff like that. Cause they specialize in different type of environmental attacks and stuff like that. Man, it's such a good game. But
let's spin the clip on this.
So Phantom X is coming to Steam. That's the way I may play it because it's going to be free to play, by the way. So we can go right to the trailer. And this is my first time actually seeing the trailer.
無欲との決別を
マガ通信知らない？
A lot of navigation.
街中で見かけた迷惑な人をファントムって認定していくっていうやつで、やつがタオルと木内武之、俗に言うぶつかり男というやつだ。仕事の話をさせてもらう。わしと一緒に怪盗をやってもらいたいのだ。心を歪めている根本、お宝を盗み出す。
ぶつかられても泣き目、それを見てても知らんぷり。俺は俺のやりたいことを好きにやらせてもらう。
本人の精神が歪んでいけば、いつか欲望の搾取が始まる。だとしたら欲望を奪われるのを止めないと。
そんな奇跡が起こらない限りできる。
Like these are all legit cities and parts of Japan. Like I think they probably focus on Tokyo, but
I wonder if there's going to be an anime that comes out alongside this.
Have you seen Persona 5 anime? I watched the anime too. So I fell into the whole culture of Persona when it came to this.
忠告しよう。わしらは全てをなくしてここにあるもの。立ちふさがるというなら全てを奪って進むまで。
So these are the characters that was from the Persona original game.
私、自分が何したいのか。
大勢の人から欲望を奪った罪、償わせてやろうぜ。
It's a very good game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really enjoy Persona. Persona, it reminds me.
Oh, and it comes out in June.
Yeah, I know when it was coming out. It's something I follow. So Persona is like an anime game you get to really enjoy and play out, and you get to control. So remember that one game we saw that was like GTA that was anime?
You're talking about Project Mugen.
So Persona reminds me of an anime themed RPG. You get to walk around, go to school, go to class. You have homework assignments. You got to have social interaction with people. It's just a huge game, man. And you can really fall into the lore of the lore of the game and the whole thing it has to offer. It's such a good game, me personally. So I'm going to download now. If I'm gonna put time into it, I don't know, because time is, like I said, at a premium nowadays. But I think it's worth your time.
He said he in there.
I just wish it came to PlayStation. That's what I really wanted. I wanted to come to PlayStation so I can get the trophies. But
hey, y'all let us know. Do y'all play Persona? Have you played Persona 5? Are you going to be playing this new Persona X on Steam, Android, and what's the other one?
iOS.
iOS?
Because it's so fun. But most people they excited for this, but at the same time, it's kind of like 50% happy, 50% kind of disappointed for the reason why Persona 5 came out in the highlight of PS4, and it's been so long since we have another new like entry in Persona. Like everybody's waiting for Persona 6.
Everybody waiting on Persona 6.
Yeah.
Persona 6 get it now. You in there?
Yeah, that's different.
He said I'm in as soon as Persona 6 get
that's the day one purchase, because I still have Persona 5 Royal just sitting there as a collector's item at this point because I just enjoyed it that much. Definitely. So I would be that's almost a pre-order how much I'd be excited for it. Like I don't even pre-order games no more like that, but I would pre-order that because I know for a fact no matter how much it is, I'm gonna get my money's worth. I will leave it at that.
For sure. Well, we're here wrapping it on up. Move us over to the big screen.
I got you, sir. Let me go ahead and take this off. Get your ugly mug on the big screen.
Haters gonna always hate on you. Remember that.
All
now,
right.
Question of the day. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I know what you're about to say.
If any anime character could watch your kids, who you picking?
Now, we had this conversation off camera, right? And
let's say top 5.
So one that comes to mind is obviously Piccolo. Now, Piccolo, I'm going to explain why. Piccolo remind me of myself in a lot of ways. Piccolo give you that hard, firm love. Like, he may pretend like he don't care, but Piccolo really do care about the kids, man. He do way more than the biological dads, I'll put it like that. Like, he'll let the kid struggle on their own, do what they need to do to build that confidence and be a very productive person. But at the same time, he's not going to let you get killed. Like, at the very...
Piccolo soft self.
Yeah, he won't let you get killed. He's like, you know what, I'm still going to come and save you at the end of the day because I still care. I still care. So what would be your one that comes to your head top, like the one you can think about?
I'm going to say Neji from Naruto.
Why would you say Neji?
Because Neji took a bullet for a guy that it was nothing more than his friend. If you going to take a bullet for somebody and die for him, I know you're going to watch my goddamn own kids. I know it. It's like, come on now. He died in the Great Ninja War for Naruto. Took a bullet in the back like South Central style.
Now when you bring that up, I'm going to bring mine up that you just literally gave me an idea. But
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you take a bullet for people out here, I know you're going to palm everybody. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you picking on my kid? 8 trigram palm, get the heck going.
Now, when you mentioned Naruto universe, the person that came to mind was trying to think of what's his name, because it's not Asuma. What's the one that took care of Naruto and brought him in? Izuka. I was thinking of Izuka Sensei. Izuka Sensei is a real one, and I would definitely watch my kids because Izuka, he took care of Naruto so much. He like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Can you be like my dad at my wedding?
Yeah, but he got beat up a lot, so he can't. He ain't really doing too much protecting.
But the thing is, you said watch. You didn't say about fighting. You said
yeah, but when you want somebody to watch your kids, you want them to protect them.
I think he did. Listen, he watched people's kids that would be his, and all the students.
He gonna go into the fetal position so we get real.
But I think he's a good character when it comes to being a father figure that will help. Watch your kids. They in good hands. He ain't like the third Hokage, I tell you that. Talking about some ramen, a couple of clothes, some milk that's outdated. I'll be back in a month. He got a little money. I'll be back in a month.
Hey, but he was protecting the whole village. Everybody was his family, and wasn't nobody messing with the third either. Wasn't nobody messing with the third Hokage. Don't care what nobody say, man. Third Hokage, he was that dude.
So, what's your next person? I'm trying to think about.
I'm gonna go with Maze Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist, and that guy.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, Alicia's dad, because he was like, if you gonna be that dang gone clingy about your daughter, I know you gonna be able to watch my dang gone kids. I know you are. You know what I'm saying? For Full Metal Alchemist, the way he was about his daughter, he pulled that dang on 9 out. He wasn't playing about his daughter, so if he ain't gonna play about my kids neither.
So now I'm looking around trying to get some inspiration a little bit.
You gotta get some inspiration.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some inspiration. So I'm thinking about All Might.
Yeah.
You like, that's a good one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
All Might
is a real one. He not only.
I am here.
Yeah, I'm talking about All Might in his prime, not the current All Might. We're talking about Prime All Might. Prime All Might is the way to go, man. He was the number one hero for a reason for a very long time.
Man, Prime All Might, he ain't had no time. He ain't got time to watch no kids.
He took Izuku in, and
he took him in so much that Izuku ran away. He said, I'm gonna be a dark hero. Had a whole season about it too.
I like the All Might.
You can't help me no more, All Might. Get out my face.
That's because All Might was in a weakened state, but Prime All Might was the real deal, man. Now you talking about protection? Your kids ain't gonna have to worry about nobody coming to approach them and being on some BS. All Might will take care of all of them. One hand, by himself. Single man army. By himself. He'll do all you don't even got to worry about safety at that point. They good.
I would say for my next one, my boy Rimuru from the time I got reincarnated as a slime.
I didn't watch Reincarnated.
Because that man took in not one, but 5, 6 kids, started a whole school for them, made sure that they had teachers and everything, came and visited them and everything. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to take time out to start a whole school for some kids that you don't even know in the world, you just get right incarnated to, I know you're going to do good by my kids. I know it. You're going to get them in college. You're going to do everything you need to do. Get them a little money else for the fun yuns.
So when you talking about finishing, I got one day.
Go ahead.
How you ever? So this one I may pick. I didn't finish the whole series, but I watched a lot of it. And it's Assassination Classroom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but he was already dying.
But he still picked them over himself, though. Like
he was already dying.
But he was very selfless.
He got limited time factor.
But he was super powerful for one, and two, he's supposed to actually destroy them, but he still put them over himself. Like he was a selfless protagonist, very selfless, and that's what you need to be as a parent. You gotta be selfless. You can't be thinking about yourself all the time.
That's true.
So he in particular, I think would be a great person to watch your kids, because he took all them kids were doing all that stuff, and he made sure that he was taking care of them no matter what. And they very dangerous, rocking grenades, RPGs, anything you could think of, they was rocking. And he still make sure they was in a safe environment. So
I would have to say my boy Mike Guy, because Mike Guy, he took in the kid that wasn't even his own, trained that boy up to be one of the best taijutsu people ever. I say not only does he care about you, but he gonna teach you how to use those hands. He gonna make sure you know how to defend yourself, and he gonna give you some hard work and life lessons, which a lot of people need.
Keep going.
So I would have to say my boy Mike Guy.
So I will leave it at that. I don't have anybody I want to add, because it's easy to think of people who you know for a fact you don't want watching your kids. And one person I can think of right now, it's so many people you can think of. The dude from Full Metal that turns into a dog. Like that can turn into a whole bunch of conversations. But you got anything else you want to add? Because that's all I can think of.
Y'all let us know in the comments who y'all want in the anime world to watch your kids. Do y'all agree with who we said? Let us know down in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you made it this far. Check out one of these videos.
And as always, we are Weeble Slice, and we are out.